Hi, how's everybody doing? It's Crazy Monkey here again. So I'm going to show you a video in just a minute about the San Francisco Bay Area. But before I do, I just want to say it's November 5th. I just voted Libertarian on the election. I'm going to send the ballot in later today or tomorrow. And then I voted against the bonds. The bonds are basically tax measures. It basically raises your property tax. So I voted no on the bond, because that would raise the property tax by like 200. So I voted, or it's like 100 or 200 increase on property tax. So I obviously voted no on that. It was a school bond to build a bunch of, renovate a bunch of schools, which I think is unnecessary because the schools exist already. They don't need to be tore down and rebuilt. They could just be fixed up, be much, much cheaper that way. It's just a big liberal money grab. So I voted no on the bond because it's a big tax increase. And obviously I voted Libertarian. But I do want to say this real quick. You know, if you're in a state with a tight race, where there's like a Republican 48, Democrat like 49, you know, I would vote Republican in those races. You know, in Alaska they have a very leftist Democrat running against a moderate conservative Republican. I vote conservative. I vote Republican in Alaska. I vote for the Republican in Texas. Ted Cruz is running against a real extremist leftist socialist Democrat in Texas. So I would vote for Ted Cruz even though I don't really like his policies all that much. The Democrat's just a radical left-wing socialist gun banner. So in that case you'd have to vote for Ted Cruz even though I don't really agree with his policies all that much. And it's kind of like that with a lot of the Republicans. I don't really like them. I don't like their policies really that much. I'm kind of like more of a, you know, social liberal, economic conservative, more libertarian. But you know, in these tight races, we got this militant left-wing socialist Democrat gun banner that wants to just do massive tax increases, and they're running against like a conservative, moderate Republican. We probably should just vote for the Republican, because we cannot allow these Democrats to turn our country into North Korea, Venezuela. We cannot allow that to happen, and they will do it too. They'll do it too. You know, obviously, my philosophy is we need to stop the Democrats, and hopefully we can have some sort of like Republican Party and then have some Libertarian Party, because we got to stop these Democrats. These Democrats are going to wreck the country. They're going to turn this country to Venezuela, North Korea. That is exactly what they're going to do. So I just want to say that real quick, and now I'm going to play this video. This shows you what happens when your city gets totally infested with Democrat socialists. All right, when your city gets totally infested with Democrat socialists, this is what happens, folks. This is what happens. I'm going to show you the video in just a minute. As you can see the ballot right there, I just voted Libertarian. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it doesn't really matter. It's just one vote, but you know, one vote equals millions of votes, and you know, if we can get more Libertarians and elected, stop the Democrats, that really is the solution. And obviously, since Libertarians can't really win at this point, then voting Republican is probably the next best thing, at least in the temporary, until we can create a country where Libertarians will be more electable. But here's the video. Just type in "making rent in Silicon Valley." Just type that into the YouTube search, and then you can see at the top, there's the link. There's the link at the top, and we're going to play the video right now. Here's the video right there. So you can play it right there. I'm not sure if the camera's getting this, but there's the link. So I'm just going to play the video and show it to you. Sorry about this dumb, stupid advertisement. Sorry about this. All right, so here's the video. Oh, hold on. I got to go back.
Silicon Valley don't mean that you get wealth like you work in Silicon Valley. We have officers who live in their garages. We have officers who live in their cars.
And there's like a willful blindness right now. They write off this entire army of invisible people.
The real solution is to leave the left-wing cesspool. That's the real solution.
When I think about the gig economy,
Democrats wreck
I think
that
about
area.
San Francisco and Silicon Valley, and the tech companies out here that have made it sound appealing.
The tech companies are very left-wing, by the way. They support the Democrats usually.
Where you can create your own schedule and you can do multiple jobs. Executives from companies like Uber and Instacart have even called this the future of work.
It's all a big
This
scam.
future is not working for everyone. The blue-collar workers here in Silicon Valley, the people who are your typical gig workers,
Gig is slavery.
on average only make $19,000 a year. That's not nearly enough to live.
Yeah, I'll just pause it. I mean, San Francisco is a joke. Even if you're white collar and you're making like 80 grand a year, the place is a joke. And Democrats and the techies, which support the Democrats, they have wrecked it. They have wrecked it with their massive taxes, which is total socialist policies, rent control, all sorts of zone restrictions. They've wrecked it with socialist Democrat policies.
Here. In contrast, the average full-time white-collar employee at a tech company makes
I'm just going to fast forward it real
He
quick.
checks in on residents living out of their vehicles and agrees
These are
to take
people.
me with
These are
him.
people that work like 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and they live in their vehicles because housing is so expensive. But they should leave. I mean, they have vehicles. They should
Nice to meet you.
put the keys in the ignition and go to Vegas and get an apartment or get a house. You know, I don't know why they want to stay in the San Francisco left-wing sewer area and be poor and live in their vehicles. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
That she does several jobs, and a lot of blue-collar workers in Silicon Valley live out of their cars like she does.
All right, so basically, you can watch the video yourself. It's just showing all these people that are basically working like 40, 50, 60, 80-hour weeks, living in their cars, living in their RVs by the thousands. But the solution is they should just leave. You know, it's like they've been brainwashed by these Democrat socialists that they're living in the socialist utopia, and it's not a utopia. It's hell on earth. I mean, North Korea is hell on earth. Cuba is hell on earth. I mean, San Francisco is hell on earth. It's because socialist policies made it that way. And that's why in this election tomorrow, you know, either if you're in a race where the Republicans are going to win by like 20 points, then vote your conscience, vote your conscience and vote Libertarian. If you're in California where, you know, the Democrat socialist is going to win by like 30 points, then vote your conscience, vote Libertarian. But if you're in a tight race, like in Texas where it's like close to 50-50, or you're like in Colorado where it's close to 50-50, I mean, I would vote Republican in the tight races. I'd vote Republican because we got to keep these Democrats out of office at all costs. I mean, they will turn this country into Venezuela. Look what they've done to San Francisco. They've wrecked that city. The Democrat Party policies have wrecked San Francisco with astronomical taxes, rent control, zone restrictions. They have wrecked San Francisco, and they'll wreck this entire country, turning us all into slaves. And then the socialist overlords at the top, these tech CEO billionaires that support the Democrat Party, many times, they will be multi-billionaires as we work in the gig economy, told to vote for Democrat socialists while we make lower than minimum wage. All right, just want to say that real quick. So in the election tomorrow, you know, if it's a tight race, I'd vote Republican. If it's not a tight race and the Republican or the Democrat is like leading by 20, 30 points, then I'd vote Libertarian. Just send a message to the tax and spend liberals, these gun ban and tax and spend liberals that were fed up with their socialist policies, turning San Francisco into a sewer, and now they want to turn our whole country into a giant sewer with their socialist, leftist, Venezuelan, North Korean policies of tax and spend, banning guns, and wrecking our country. Just want to say that real quick. Thank you.